Do you have planner peace? Do you feel happy and content with your current planner setup and your organizational system? Well, I did not. It is only the second or third week of January, and I decided to scrap my entire system and start all over and find a different way to stay organized. Now, several years ago, I made a video all about finding planner peace, and one of the most important things that I mentioned that I still stand by today is that you have to give yourself grace and accept the way that you plan and the way that you are. So for me, finding planner peace was actually just allowing myself to change my system and to not think that I have to stick to one system for the entire year or to get upset or stressed out when I found a system wasn't working for me. For me, planner peace is just going with the flow, giving myself grace, and allowing myself to change my mind. So I know it's just the beginning of January. We're not very far into the new year, but I've already decided to go a different route. So I'm excited to have this little planner chat with you all, kind of share my thinking, and encourage you that if you need to change your mind or change your system in any way, do so. I think it's important to try something out, and that's really what I did, and I'll kind of show you guys some of the things that I tried. So yes, definitely give different systems a try, but give yourself grace if you need to switch things up. So let me talk about probably the most the part of my system that I did not like, the thing that was the most annoying to me, the most frustrating, and the thing that I liked the least, and that was the Hobonichi. I have a couple of videos, another like Let's Chat planner video where I kind of talked about the Hobonichi and how I wasn't sure if I was going to use it or not. I really like the setup. I love that it has a month, a week, and a day per page. I had all of those in one book, and that was very appealing to me. I wanted to have one book that I could just keep as a keepsake for the end until the end of the year. Just have one book for the whole year. But I have used it now. I guess I used it up until about the 7th or 8th of January, so a full week, and I just do not like it. I had it in this Moterm book. This is coming up a little cooler on camera. In real life, this is a little bit more, I would say a little creamier in person. It maybe has some undertones of pink in it, but I really, really love this. So I got this from Moterm. If you're not familiar with this brand, I have a video talking about the Travelers Notebook that I got from them. Moterm is amazing, so affordable, real leather. This is an A5 notebook cover, and the Hobonichi fit in here perfectly. And so I had it in here, and yeah, I just didn't like it. I don't like the paper in the Hobonichi. The squares and the graph are very, very small. I have big handwriting. It was just hard to write on it. I couldn't find a pen that worked well. Everything was smearing no matter how much time I gave it to dry. Yeah, I just overall not a fan of the Hobonichi. I don't even have it here to show you all because I took out the pages that I used and I gave it away. So gifted the Hobonichi, will not be a part of my organizational system. I kind of feel like I forced myself to love it because I see all these really cool videos on YouTube and everyone has the most beautiful designs, and I wanted that, and I really, really loved the layout, but it's just not for me. So again, step one of planner peace for me is accepting when things are not working well, giving myself grace, and just saying goodbye to the Hobonichi. So that's out. I think what I will do is get astrology for this cover. So I know the astrology has thin paper in it as well, but I actually just recently saw a video, and I can't remember the channel that I saw it on, but she was saying that the astrology paper is a little bit thicker than Hobonichi. So it's still thin, but she was saying that she liked it better. So I'm hoping that I will like that paper. I'm going to get an A5, keep it in here. It is just a blank journal, but it does have 365 days in it. So I think that I will use this as truly a journal, like, affirmations, writing like my deepest thoughts, a way to kind of work through mindset. I have different journal prompts that I like to use. So trying to journal every day, I don't know that I will. I don't want to kind of put pressure on myself to do that, but I really, really want to try to do a page a day. So, ultimately, I'd love to get to 3 pages a day in my morning pages. So if you guys are familiar with the book, The Artist's Way, they encourage you to do 3 pages in the morning, just get everything out of your head. And I love that idea. So I'm hoping to work my way up to 3 pages a day, but for now, trying to get 1 page a day. So I will put astrology in here, and this will be my journal. This will live on my desk at home. Okay, another huge change in my system. So I showed you all this Russell and Hazel planner. This was kind of my everyday planner. Let me see if I can show you. Here's a page or a spread that I haven't used yet. So really great layout, very clean, very simple. I do like this a lot. A couple of things that I'm not a huge fan of. Really, the biggest issue is the size. I thought that I would like this larger size, but this is just a little bit too big. I mean, this is almost the size of my entire MacBook Air. So it's really, really big. And I like the big size. I think I just need it to be a tad bit smaller. So this is the size of like a normal sheet of printer paper, 11.5 by 8. But love the layout. I also found that I thought I would like this week on one page and then this kind of dashboard on the other side. It just wasn't working as well as I wanted it to. I don't have enough space over here to write all the things that I want in my weekly pages, which I don't even keep like appointments or anything in here. I just need to keep track of things. Sometimes I need to plan out my schedule. I needed a little bit more room. So this layout, I'm not a huge fan of. So I think I'm gonna retire this as well. Next up, I was planning to use this journal as a bullet journal, and I think I will still do it. I've kind of just gone through and made some notes on how I want to use this. I was intending on putting in calendars and things like that, but I don't know if I will or not. So I'm going to do my quarterly goals, and then was going to do a January monthly, my tracker, my routines, an inbox for personal and work, and then put in the first week, and then a weekly dashboard, and then go into my dailies. So I'm not 100% sure on this yet. I still haven't set it up, and I've just kind of been resistant to setting it up. So it's making me wonder if maybe this is just not going to be a part of my routine. So here's where the big changes come in, as those are pretty big too, but this is one of the biggest ones. So if you guys remember this Moterm Travelers Notebook, I shared in my last setup video. It's the last video here, so you should be able to find it pretty easily. This is such a beautiful, lovely book. Again, from Moterm, real leather. I have an entire video just dedicated to this. I was going to use this as a faith and devotional binder, and I've decided that this is going to be my main planner. So I took the books out of this one. These are just some extra ones, and I put it in this backup extra traveler's notebook that I have. So this will stay as my faith, devotional, spiritual planner, and then I'm going to set this up as my main planner. So I have decided, drum roll please, that I'm going to try out the Planner Perfect subscription box. So if you're not familiar with Planner Perfect, she creates planners and journals with her own artwork. Now, I have been checking out the system, doing some research, looking at the videos. Planner Perfect believes in the scripting method, which I also believe in. I think it's great having vision casting. It's something that is a really common and well-known concept in manifestation, really that you can kind of create the life that you want by writing it out, by vision casting or scripting your days. So this is, again, something that there's a lot of information on out there. You can find it, and that's the system, and that's kind of the thought or the belief that goes into the Planner Perfect system. So that's what they use. She creates really lovely books. I mean, I haven't seen them yet. I just placed my order, but I've seen tons of videos, and they seem really lovely, nice quality. They do have, the founder of Planner Perfect is Jenny, and her artwork is on the planners and the journals. So we'll see. I have signed up for the subscription because that's really the only way that you can get the planner and the journal together. It does also come with washi tape and stickers and all these things. But basically the premise behind that is that you have a monthly planner in a book that's similar to this. And then you also have a monthly journal. So you kind of write your, you use this as a journal, you write your big vision and big goals and things like that. And then the planner is where you actually plan things out, which I think is great. What I love about her planners, again, I'm just using these to show you all just like as a placeholder because I don't have them yet, but what I like about the planner is the setup. So it has a monthly spread, goal pages for the month, and then a weekly spread, and then daily pages as well. So there's room for every day to have a 2-page spread. And that is very appealing to me. That's what I loved about the Hobonichi, was that it was monthly, weekly, daily. Now, I wanted to love the Hobonichi because I liked that all of that was in one book. But I kind of had to just let go of that concept and basically just get over it. So now I'm going to have that layout. It's just that every month will be in its own book. So there's a January book, a February book. And I was just thinking long term, how am I going to store all of these? Like on a daily level, it really doesn't make that much of a difference to me, but I like to keep my planners and I like to look back on them. And so I wanted to have one book for the year. That was really, really important to me, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to have that. So I'll have each month in a book. I'm excited to try out the system. Like I said, I have seen a ton of videos about it, and I really like the setup of those books. So my subscription, I think, will come probably in the next few weeks. I'll share that with you all and let you know kind of what I think about it. The other thing is that the Traveler's Notebook system will be really great because it will kind of allow me to have all the things that I want to have. Even though I can't find all of those components in one book, I can have kind of individual notebooks that have those and then keep all those notebooks together in one planner. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. You can customize things and keep them together. I'm not a huge fan of rings, so Traveler's Notebooks are a really great system for staying organized and being able to move things around, having that flexibility, but also still keeping everything together in one book. So I plan to have the monthly planner in here. I will keep the journal. I don't think that I'll use it for vision casting or journaling. Again, I think that will probably go in here, but I want to use this as a bullet journal and just keep lists in here and important projects. I may, since you get a journal every month, I may use one of them next month, for example, to keep that one for like social media. So there might be certain categories that I'll kind of assign their own book to them, but other ones I may just keep them as lists in the book. So again, these are just placeholders. I wanted to have something to kind of show you guys and give you an idea of what the system will look like. And I will do a video once I get everything in. But I wanted to share with you guys how drastically my system is changing. And if nothing else, I hope that you get from this video that it is okay to change your planning system. The point of having a planner and an entire organizational system is so that you can get all of your exciting goals and dreams out of your head onto paper, start actually working on them and then realizing those dreams and goals. You want them to come to life, and you want to be able to create a life that you truly love. The way to do that is to put pen to paper and to actually start taking steps and taking actions. So you have to find a system that works well for you. So if you're on the hunt for the elusive planner piece, don't feel trapped. Give yourself the grace and the flexibility to change your mind and to keep adjusting and tweaking things until they work well for you. You may have to try a lot of different planners. I know that sometimes they can be expensive. You can get these books off Amazon. 3 of them, I think, are like $9 for 3 of them. You can use the same system. Just try it out and see if you like it. There's a lot of different options. So give yourself grace and just try things out until you find what works for you. I think that's the most important step to finding planner peace. And also just accepting the fact that if you need to change your mind, as seasons change, our planning needs will change. We may be more or less busy. We may have different areas that we're focusing on. So we're going to need different systems. I still use a digital calendar that will always be a part of my system. So just give yourself grace, change things around, find what works best for you. I hope this was encouraging for you. I really just wanted to share with you guys that it's, I think, January 8th or 9th when I'm filming this. It's only been a few weeks into the new year and I'm already changing everything up. So I just wanted to give you permission to do that too, in case you were feeling bad about changing your system or you just weren't content or happy with how things were going. Change it up. You will find what works best for you. Try different things. I'd love to hear from you guys. Was this helpful for you? Are you still using the same planner system? How is your 2021 going so far? Are you finding that you like certain aspects? Anything you want to change? Are you completely happy with what you're using? I'd love to hear from you all, so please leave me a comment. If this was encouraging and helpful for you, I would really appreciate it if you would give this video a thumbs up. That's very helpful to me. And of course, please subscribe. I create content about all kinds of things. I especially love planning and organization. Thank you for joining me. I will see you in my next video.